In this 3-minute game review, we're looking at Mutant Meltdown. So hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. Mutant Meltdown is a turn-based tactical game where you lead a party of survivors across an irradiated post-apocalyptic wasteland, scavenging, building, and fighting off the undead hordes. The visuals are basic and nothing to write home about, although the art style harkens back to the old-school browser-based post-apocalyptic flash games like The Last Stand and Rebuild. The sound effects are basic, but the ambient weather and environment sounds, coupled with the slow-paced but atmospheric soundtrack, certainly fits the bleak post-apocalyptic themes. Gameplay in Mutant Meltdown is similar to a cross between classic 4X games like Civilizations and the browser-based Rebuild series. You command up to several groups of survivors over a hex-based grid, discovering various locations that have a unique set of loot, scavenging as much as you can, and recruiting new survivors along the way. There will be no shortage of zombie hordes, and they come in different types, which pose various challenges like radiation, increased health and damage, screams that affect more hordes to your location, and even ranged zombies with firearms. Ensuring that your party members are well equipped and properly leveled to specialize in one of several stats or perks, on top of being well fed and not overly irradiated, is key to fighting the hordes effectively. Take care to avoid irradiated zones unless you have proper protection or medicine, as at a certain level of radiation, your survivors may start exhibiting either beneficial or detrimental mutations. Once you have your base camp established, you can construct defenses and infrastructure like electricity and irrigation for your crops, as well as workshops, labs, and garages to repair and refuel any cars or tanks that you find on the world map. The further you survive in the game, more tougher enemies will spawn, and if you're lucky, you'll get a good number of new survivors and supply crates to help you keep up with the unending hordes. There is no story in Mutant Meltdown, and despite a somewhat repetitive map terrain type, the game's bleak setting and ambience is a saving grace. Mutant Meltdown is a nostalgic callback to old browser-based zombie classic games, with an interesting 4X twist to it. However, despite its unique twist and initial fun, the game is bogged down by a clunky UI and some much-needed quality of life improvements. Things like merging and splitting your squad, as well as waiting several turns to loot a single location, are some seemingly small issues which inadvertently made the otherwise fun gameplay feel tedious toward the endgame. Despite all this, Mutant Meltdown is fun in its own unique way, and aside from the developer's previous game, Z-Dawn, there isn't much else in the way of 4X post-apocalyptic zombie games. I would only recommend Mutant Meltdown for hardcore fans of zombie survival 4X strategy games, especially at its current low price. If you're craving for more turn-based or 4X games, check out our other videos. Otherwise, like and subscribe for more 3-minute game reviews.